The god Arche was once like us, bound to winding mortality, but he willingly gave up this existence that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
As painful as funerals are, at least that poor girl's soul now rests in Aetherius. She is now one with creation again. It's somewhat funny that we all go back into it, some tragically as young as her, but we are all parts of the droplets of creation. And I suppose we owe that to creation and its creator, Anui-El. In many modern Tamrielic cultures, the story of the beginning seems to be relayed almost the same, with nearly each of the cultures claiming that all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be began with the twin forces of light and dark. Their interplay and subsequent clashing between them, leading to the events that lay before us, our world. It is regarded in many circles of scholastics that after the forces first clashed, the Soul Mother, what we call Sithis, and the Soul Mother, what we call Anui-El, intended on reflection to become themselves. In doing so, the light, Anu, the everything, made its soul, Anui-El, with the incarnation of whom was the basis of the souls of all things to come.
As the first spirit, Anui-El was the counter to Sithis, who like Anui-El was the soul of the incarnate of the dark, Padome. Many scholars widely believe that due to further interplay between the two, creation became cemented, with many citing Anui-El as the father of all creation, while Sithis the mother. To many mortal races of Nirn, Anui-El is revered as the personification and totality of Erebus. To his oldest and self-proclaimed wisest children, the once great Altmeri race, revered him as the soul in the void, the light of order and the breaker of chaos surrounded Arbis.
And without much doubt, many scholars considered Anui-El the form of stasis, order, light, and all things good, the counter to chaos and evil. The counter of Sithis. This belief in the duality of creation is mirrored by nearly every culture, and can be seen as each claims a set of twin deities, with those gifts mirroring the Anui-El Sithis struggle. The twin forces of the primordial Orbis have been documented by multiple names. Anui-El Sithis, Ak-El Sak-Takel, the Is and Is Not, among others. Anui-El and his counterparts are the everlasting, ineffable light, while Sithis and his counterparts are the corrupting, inexpressible action. And each of these sets has the same function of duality. Contrary to the old Almeri myths, many modern scholars believe that while Anui-El took part in creation, he was not the catalyst to it all. You see, as he is stability, it is not within his nature to create through chaos. No, that honor, unfortunately, goes to Sithis. Yet regardless, Anui-El is held in such high esteem for his part in creation, as the soul of all beings. To nearly all scholars, Sithis is nearly always considered the true maker, as he set forth creation through his very nature. Change. It is the very interplay between the forces of change and stability that set forth the making of all things. First seen through the birthing of the Atada, or the first spirits, predecessors to the gods and Elnafe. While most cultures no longer worship the two primordials as gods, Anui-El's likeness is seen in the worship of the skull nodes as Soulslime. The All-Maker to them is the wellspring of life and creation. To the skull, all life flows through him like a great river, eventually returning to him, the source. They believe the All-Maker is a force of good and light as he breaks through the chaos of the void around them. This force of evil, that they call the adversary, seems to mirror Sithis, and the ever-going conflict of both beings resembles that of Anui-El and Sithis. The Skull too believe the interplay of forces created the world, yet we do not know their stances far. I suppose you're right. I do have a habit of lecturing, don't I?
peligros.